Public trial is in the books and featured the state's star witness. Last night, President Donald Trump gave the annual State of the Union address. Ian is now available in Grand Island, the complex mainly catering to softball and baseball players. The winner of Big Idea Hastings is $5,000 richer. Hastings ready to see what's happening outside on this Wednesday morning. Travis, seems pretty mild so far. I'm liking it.
Yeah, not bad out there temperature-wise, and I think the best news of all, there's very little.
All right, thank you, Travis. Going to state news now, former Nebraska Governor Bob Kerrey is resigning from the board of directors for Monolith, a clean energy startup in Lincoln, over ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The Nebraska State Patrol announcing 2 longtime leaders are being promoted to the rank of Major. Major Michael. Coming up at 5:25, we have your birthday club, followed by a full check of the forecast with Travis. Then at 5:33, Ian is at the Alert Center covering the State of the Union address. Stay with us. All right, welcome into Local 4 today for Birthday Club time.
So let's go ahead and jump in for February 25th. A happy 10th.
These days, right?
Absolutely.
Of course. No, I know. I've heard of a different couple of songs, but I don't think it's that one. So.
Yeah, it was, 9 years ago we had the 150th anniversary, and now, of course, you see it on my 7-day forecast. This year, 159 years.
Yeah. All right. Well, Travis, checking the forecast for us here now. It looks to be a pretty nice Wednesday ahead.
Yeah, Wednesday ahead of us looks okay. We could see a couple of showers out there.
Thank you, Travis. Coming up, we're going to be looking at President Trump shouting at a former Grand Island resident at the State of the Union address, what you need to know.
Plus, a look at new Local 4 today. Coming up, we have your headlines, including Ian at the Alert Center covering the State of the Union address. Plus, we're going to take a look at a new indoor sporting facility in Grand Island. But first, Travis joins us from the Severe Weather Center with a sneak peek at the forecast for us on this Wednesday. Seems like it won't be too bad out there, Travis.
No, it looks like it'll be a pretty good day.
All right, thank you, Travis. Last night, President Donald Trump gave the annual State of the Union address. Ian has a breakdown of that from the New York notary public trial is in the books and featured the state's star witness. That person was Michael Egbert. He's the man who. A new indoor sports training facility is now available in Grand Island, the complex mainly catering to softball and baseball players. Your Weather Center with an update on things happening on South. Will we see as much wind as we have the last couple of days, Travis?
It shouldn't be that terribly windy, but...
All right, thank you, Travis. Coming up next, Andrew has more information on the new residence hall at Hastings College. Plus later, global tariffs come in at a lower rate than first promised. Details in your Consumer Watch. Welcome into Local 4 today. Time now 5:42. The newest residence hall at Hastings College is nearly finished with construction and set to open in the Travis here in the Severe Weather Center. What's going on? Yeah.
That's still me.
It is, thank goodness. All right, looking towards O'Neill, Travis.
Looking at O'Neill, this little precautions just to make sure you don't want. You know, they check everything multiple times, and if they're finding something, they're stopping and postponing this. There's a reason why.
Yeah, definitely the way it should be. So, all right, well, checking that forecast for us here, Travis. Are we looking at clear day out there?
Not clear out there. We get beyond Monday. A pretty nice start to March expected here.
All right, looking forward to that. Stick with us. We have another full hour coming up next. February 25th, I'm Alissa Harrington.
And I'm Ian Mason. Meteorologist Travis Koneski joins us now with a first check of our forecast. And Travis, I saw a couple clouds outside, and it was definitely not as cool as it was a couple days ago.
No, it's very mild out there again this morning, kind of similar to yesterday, but without the wind. Yesterday was still kind of breezy in the morning. Not the case out there this morning. Very light.
Trial is in the books and featured the state's star witness. That person. Well, last night, President Donald Trump gave the annual State of the Union address. Ian has some of them available in Grand Island, the complex mainly catering to softball and baseball players. Well, the winners of the Big Idea Hastings is $5,000 richer. Hastings. Check in now with Travis in the Severe Weather Center with an update on our forecast, hoping that we see a little less wind than we had the last couple of days, Travis.
Well, at least to start things off, not a lot of wind out there right away this morning. Later.
Welcome into Local 4 today. Time now 6:14. The newest residence hall at Hastings College is almost finished with construction and is set to open in the fall. All right, thank you, Travis. Former Nebraska Governor Bob Kerrey is resigning from the board of directors for Monolith, a clean energy startup in Lincoln, over ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. In other news now, the Nebraska State Patrol announcing 2 longtime leaders are being promoted to the rank of Major. Coming up at 6:25, we have your birthday club, followed by a full check of the forecast with Travis. Then at 6:33, Ian is at the Alert Center covering the latest from the State of the Union address. Stick with us. Residence Hall at Hastings College is almost finished with construction and is set to open in the fall. Coming up, what you need to know this morning, including updates in the New York Notre Dame. It seems kind of cloudy starting off.
Yeah, there are quite a few clouds out there this morning with just a few breaks here and there. I'm hoping maybe we'll get a few more breaks for a time, but then we're going to be looking at rain later on today. Now, will it be a drought buster rain? No, it's not going to be a real soaking rain, but a few showers still nice to have, anything really here. Now, that said, with the winds being stronger out.
Well, Travis, speaking of that forecast, what's going on out there?
Well, I think the weather temperature-wise is looking great today, and especially these next couple of days.
Chill out. Ooh, my arms are sore today. All right.
Doing some bench presses?
Thanks for watching. Back again from for Local 4 News Midday, I'm Alissa Harrington. But first, the trial of a York County notary continues in Hall County Court this morning. Closing statements there. Did I get that accurate, Travis?
Yeah, you're looking south and you're seeing quite a few clouds to the south, but if we were looking the other direction, sun's starting to come out, and I'm hoping.
Travis, well, President Donald Trump using his State of the Union address to declare America's back, listing his administration's achievements in his first year. Well, he declared gains in the economy and immigration enforcement, this despite some falling approval ratings and losing ground in his key policies. NBC's back to local news now. If you've been around the Hastings College campus, you've probably seen the construction of the Residence Hall near their student union. The Residence Hall is set to be called the 1882. Well, Nebraska basketball is getting ready for its second last home game of the regular season tonight. The Huskers are hosting Maryland as the team seeks to add another solid win to its March Madness resume. After the break, Travis has a check of your forecast. Well, it doesn't look like it'll be too bad out there over the weekend.
Today's not bad. A little better the next couple of days, but yeah, the weekend, Saturday looks better than Sunday right now.
All right, stick with us, more to come, but first your midday mark. Into Local 4 Midday, when it comes to eating a heart-healthy diet, grocery shopping is half the battle, as certain foods could sabotage your well-being. In today's Aging Untold Extra, Tricia Powell has some insight into the ingredients to watch out for and the food swaps that could Coming up, we have a visit from the Hastings Salvation Army. That's next. Stick with us. Welcome into Local 4 Midday. Not all may know that the Hastings Salvation is a faith-based organization, and the Hastings Salvation Army is no different. Captain Joseph Irvine here with more to talk on a day of worship that's coming up in just a couple of months, I suppose.
Yeah, actually just a couple of weeks, I think, if I did the math right. So it's going to be on March 6th.
Okay.
So that's like next Friday?
I think I might have put in May 7th for some reason. I might have been looking at a wrong date for some reason. You know what? I
understand how that goes.
I think I was looking at the calendar for Go Big Give, so maybe don't maybe don't bring up the graphic production. But anyway.
Sure, yeah. So this is the World Day of Prayer. Okay. And it's put on by the church.
What's kind of in store for this year then?
Yeah, so this year's program, because each year is put together by a different country.
Back to the faith-based organization that the Salvation Army is. And you guys also have church services on Sunday as well. So let's talk a little bit about that also.
Sure, yeah. So we are a part of the Universal Christian Church. The movement arose out of the Methodist denomination.
Okay, so again, let's talk about when the Day of Prayer is coming up and how people can participate.
Yep, it's going to be March 6th, that's a Friday, and it's going to be at Grace United this year, and that's on 9th Street. The address slips my mind right now. But that's going to start at 9:30 a.m. with a breakfast fellowship, so people are something definitely to look forward to. It's something they plan for every year, and it'll be an excellent day of prayer.
All right, sounds great. We'll have to chat more about this maybe next week, Captain.
Yeah, excellent.
All right, stick with us. Your forecast is next. Quick check of the forecast, Travis.
Starting to see a few.
Watch, and we'll see you again back here tomorrow. Have a good one.